Hello everyone and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West and to what I believe to be the last story quest. Part of me wants to carry on to know what happens and to see where the story goes, but I also don't want it to end. It's been such an amazing experience so far. So in the last episode we had to fight Regala, and once we defeated her we had the option to either kill her on the spot or have her come and help with the final battle. I chose to have her with me on the battle just because I wanted to see a little bit more of Regala. I will obviously go back and see what the other option is like and how that affects what we're about to do in this episode. And also we got a flying mount. in case you missed it, we now have flying mounts. I spent way too long doing this after I finished recording the other day. I was just flying around, taking in all the views. So everyone is waiting for us at the base, so let's head there and see where it goes. And we are here. There is one thing I want to do before we head in. No. I wonder if after we finish the game, we'll be able to come back and tell him what happened. Or whether it reverts the game back to before the final quest, because it did that in Zero Dawn. It brought you back to the Lumen Shadow, because obviously like Meridian was all fallen and broken. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
No, that was funny. I hope them two don't bicker when we're out there.
Focus. It's Varl's.
Oh.
I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini.
No.
I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back.
Me too.
With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that it's not a battle I am going to win. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost.
Ah.
And always.
Stop it, Gabe. This room is just the room of feels, I think. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh, we're just looking at it. Oh. Right.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with Katalo, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm any good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro. Aloy! You came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them. But Silence and Tilda are here for a reason. Even Regala.
Yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right.
Let's hope there's no, like, fights that start kicking off. we can't be dealing with that at the minute.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
Please
You're telling
do.
me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need.
I mean, she didn't say no, so...
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
Just as Erend catches up with everything, he has to learn a bunch of new stuff.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Well, you know where to find me.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about.
Oh yeah.
I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
That would
Sorry
have
to
been cool.
disappoint.
Didn't get to do that.
Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here?
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thanks, though. Part of me really wants that to happen. Hey, Tilda.
There you are.
Does Aaron get to punch Silence?
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example.
Oh, she's
of
put
Mrs.
paintings up.
Fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
I really hope she sticks with that and just doesn't turn.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it.
I don't know, I don't think
But
she
complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth
a
was
woman of her
consumed and
word.
when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
At least she tried.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Far Zenith's attempt
I
to
was shocked
steal
at that.
Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
So, Eric...
I really want to kill Eric.
Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
Gun him through.
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
They always do.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
They're all
I would
gonna die
very
because I'm
much
annoyed
like
at
to
all
see
of
his
them.
face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Oh yeah.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
I do like Tilda. I like her theme as well, the song that plays whenever she's we're talking to her or she's about. Where is Silence at?
Yeah. I watered those plants for you. I just know they meant a lot to you, and well.
Thank you, Eric.
Oh. Aaron should get into gardening, take his mind off some stuff. Oh, Silence. Is he hiding?
I keep thinking. He's just gonna be standing there.
There's more stuff in here now. Looks like Alva's and Cthulhu's.
Welcome back, Aloy.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want. Yeah, of course. Don't mention it.
No.
Did you need something?
Okay. Yes.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Ooh.
Okay, so your big plan,
Very out of
everything
character.
you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time,
Never mind.
even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
I wonder if that will backfire.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
Oh, he doesn't know.
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with.
Don't
For someone
plant
to live
this.
as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Ouch.
Just
Feel
you
the
wait,
tension.
Laura. We're taking those space slugs down.
Oh. Right, let's just get to it. I do also have some drones. I think I have all of them now. So we'll put them in the console before we head out.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
This.
There we go. All drones are reconnected to the dome now.
Yay. Nice. I really liked the drones, they were fun to get. Ooh. Survey drone modules. Very nice. Right, let's go.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away.
Ooh.
Okay, everyone.
Look at everyone in the same room.
We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up
They're
again
really
just
not
before we
warming
go
too
in.
well to him.
Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
Oh, there's just something about seeing them all in a room together. I don't know what it is.
You two? A minute?
Oh.
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it.
No pressure.
You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
No, don't say that, because last time someone said that they died. Oh no, no. No. I like Katalo. Ugh. Talk to your companions. Let's go.
Remember, we need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it. I promise.
Good. Without it, there's no payback.
Don't worry. Payback's all I think about.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already. Oh, earlier you mentioned something about Tenakth rebels and the Oseram, but we never really talked about it. I'm just saying, if you want to discuss it, you let me know.
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. And how you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. he knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Kharjan noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Kharja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Oh.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's like the first time she's properly chilled out and just laughed. It's a sweet moment.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe.
Good.
And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
We all do.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
No. Instead of the rim of Phils, I might just call it the base of Phils.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Anytime.
Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She
Oh yeah, where is Regala?
seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
The Silence. He's the one who built the weapon that can take down zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
We won't let the Zeniths get away with what they've done.
Everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
And you?
Nervous? But I'm ready too.
Don't worry. We'll get through this together. I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive.
Yeah, why is everyone talking like they're gonna die?
I'll try and keep that in mind.
I haven't got over Varl yet.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes, I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly.
And angry. Not all of them.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Does that mean we can talk to Katalo as well? I need to find Regala. Do that after Katalo.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end. Whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping we could discuss that personal request I mentioned before, if you have the time.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regala around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Katalo. Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing.
If this ends well, can we all have one big drink?
What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
No one else is dying. I don't care, no one else is going.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
It was amazing.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Okay, can we find Regala? Where's she at?
Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough. For a while, at least.
Oh,
This place smells wrong. No
Found
sandal
Regala.
wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
ooh.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dork, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tenakth.
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them, and they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics in mind, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the sun.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
A quivering priest bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tenakth would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid, with him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
Oh, there's just something about Regala. The acting is insane.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base.
Right, I'm worried for Aloy.
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with
so
Oseram
powerful.
mercenaries, the sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted a group of Outlanders?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed them. But they offered me the chance to run the Karja down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy. A tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hakaro, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
All right.
Okay.
I guess we'll both face the end soon enough.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the Ten.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
Oh. Well, we found her. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Regala.
There it is. The Zenith base.
Ooh. Nearly there. I believe this is the Valley of the Fallen as well. Which is pretty cool. Hey, friend. Oh. Okay, we've made it. Ah!
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
If you proceed past this point, you will be locked into Singularity and the open world will be unavailable for the duration of the quest. Here we go. Let's go.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
Oh.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
Yeah.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy. We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right? As long as you hold up your end. We will. See you soon. Be careful. Let's go.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware,
Let's go.
Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Oh.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Oh.
I grab it if you
Got
need
him.
it. That now.
Nice. That's one down.
I think there's a
He's
cave
dead.
up there that might get us through that bridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Find anything?
Yeah.
Taking all this just in case I need it.
What's in
Aw,
this
something.
backpack? Metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep
I
me
think we
posted.
got through without being seen.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider.
Oh, could you imagine
guess I'll
Aaron
find
with a glider? Not sure how well that would end. With his sausage fingers as he calls them.
on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Yeah, thanks.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight? You choose.
Just one of them.
Assist.
Well, that was a decent shot, I guess.
Better than any
Decent.
Oseram.
Decent.
Any good loot?
A little.
Okay.
Tired yet?
Yep.
Made it through without a fight.
Yeah! Clear those seats.
That's it.
Cheering from the sideline, we love it, Aaron.
Cheer when you want. Here we go.
Oh,
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
you sure?
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
Thanks, guys.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead ones hand, you know.
Same errand.
Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
Good times indeed.
More Spectres. I'll attack when you do.
Oh, okay, 3 of them.
Nicely done.
Oh, I got
Pick
it,
it up.
nice.
Need it? Plasma! Hit it with plasma!
Oh yeah, I have plasma now, finally. At the end of the game and I finally have plasma.
Won't be long.
Okay, there you go.
I think that's all of them. At least. Let's push on.
What do you get?
Just some parts.
Awesome, awesome. Do I hear more?
Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
No.
I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward.
Oh god.
Keep moving.
This isn't safe.
As fast as we can.
Why am I doing it the
You
hard
alright?
way?
Sort of.
I did that the most difficult way possible.
Come on, up the slab. Looks like the others have things under control.
You shoot like a Notaru, Aloy!
Acid and corrosion.
Is he coming down?
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Nice.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Let's go, let's go.
Alva and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Oh
Whatever
my
you plan to do to
lord.
stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Hey.
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now we can crank out machines to its heart's content.
What do you got to say to that, Silence? This is so cool.
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Oh, I hate when we have to drop to ledges. Oh no, we're fine. That was so cool.
That big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha. Hey.
This when all the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
Yay.
Going baldy or fight.
think they can handle it.
What? Okay, is that all of them?
Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid?
Okay, nice.
This way.
Big jump.
These poor machines.
To the right, I think.
Alright,
To
error.
the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Ah!
Another one?
Oh!
By the blood of the ten!
Here we go.
Oh! Oh! Go on, Regala!
Take it down. You want to target me, do ya? Now this is why I came along.
Go on, Aaron! Oh no. Whoa. Haven't seen that before.
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
Over here, Aloy.
Go, 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 go. Oh, there was a gun there. Stock up just in case. I know we don't have any more bones.
Whoa. Look at all this zenith space stuff.
Oh, whoa.
Come on, let's go!
Uh-oh.
This way, demon! Ah!
Go on, Regala. Oh no.
This is the death I was promised. Go!
May Regala return peacefully to the circle.
She cared nothing for peace.
She got the death she
Aloy,
wanted though.
It's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
She redeemed herself, I think. Oh, hello.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence. Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up.
Hurry up, Silence!
Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it. You're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
Hurry up.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up!
Work on.
Are we supposed to be scared?
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Let's go!
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Go on, son.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Hey, like, what? Time, I see. Filth! Apologies for that. We're okay.
Okay.
As long as Alva hurries.
Okay. I panicked for a second.
Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
That's a good little. Go away, you. Honestly. Can I kick your butt?
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
Yeah, we do. There was no Ross there that time.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Let's go.
Let me taste the blood!
Oh well, can't let him catch me.
Nice.
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
That's so helpful.
He's almost down.
I gotta tell you.
He's dead.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Yes, though.
Now we're having fun, right? You okay?
I will be. In time.
Nice.
Go. Rescue your sister.
Zoe needed to do that.
And make sure they're all right.
Nice. Yeah, out of everyone, she should have been the one to do that.
Looks like the machines and specters have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
The song.
Erend, is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Erik. Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called nemesis. Whatever it is, the zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here?
Oh my.
Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay.
My heart is like racing.
This is it. End of the line. Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
Go on, Tilda.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The mines of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan.
Makes sense.
Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door! Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
Oh my... Jesus.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
I better scan that thing first.
I told you Tilda would betray us.
Before I can do some damage.
Okay.
No!
Oh, I don't know, not betray. But it wasn't all as it seemed. Oh, that just got her.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Maximum load! Engage!
What? Oh, hello. Not anymore.
I can target its gold plating. Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
I can endure. You cannot.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. Courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
No words. Game's incredible. What a journey.
Their kindness calls to me. I have to block it out. My voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron wall.
I'm gonna let the whole credits roll, because all the names deserve to be shown.
My raindrop storm. If I falter, if I fall, the wave inside my soul.
This game is so special.
I know who can take my hand in the flood. The voice calls me forth through darkness unknown. My heart with silence burns to solemnness and home. The edge beyond the shore, this weight of root and rock. I long to reach the other, to find the path we lost. And my raindrops in the flood, in this emptiness, in the storm. If I'm broken,
For me, this game will always be special. Because I can relate a lot to Aloy. I've never really had many friends. I've always felt like I didn't really belong anywhere. Until I found Horizon. I've met people who I can call friends. Finally found a place where I feel I belong. I'm wanted. Like Aloy, I like to keep everything to myself. I don't like to bring it on to other people. But like her, I'm slowly learning to not keep it all bottled up inside. And that there are actually decent people out there. And I wouldn't have found that if I didn't find Horizon and the community. Normally I don't like sequels to anything because it never seems to hit right with me, but this was something else. It's also nice seeing so many names I recognise. Benedict to blame as well for the tears. There's something so special about the music in Horizon. Just fits everything so perfectly. This world is incredible. I still haven't even... I feel I've only just touched the surface. I have so many side quests and collectibles and stuff to still go and do. There's so much I haven't seen yet. And whoever's idea was to put Julie and Melissa singing together. Thank you. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Gorilla, for this. I love how they've kept aspects in the music from Zero Dawn as well. There's been a few songs where I recognise bits from Zero Dawn soundtrack. Shout out community team. Shout out everyone that's been listed here. You all did a phenomenal job. We first heard this song when it was announced. Now we've finished it. John's storytelling. You're most welcome. Shout out John Hopkins.
My hands are full of flowers. My ears are full of songs.
The acting in this was insane.
I'd rather just be
crazy. It was so good.
I listen when you talk. Your words all make sense. But underneath it,
massive improvement from Zero Dawn.
I hear where we are going with this. I am raindrops in the flood. I am emptiness. I am home. I am lonely in a crowd. But when you hear me, you'll be near me. Stay with me in the flood. In dreams I never learned.
Discovered nemesis. Congratulations on defeating the Var's Zenith threat. You're now free to continue and complete any unfinished quests and activities. Thank you for playing the Horizon team.
Maybe one day, I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished. And how brave he was.
No. Looks like it's only Beta and Silence here.
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have a Festus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah, so Gaia had two missing Yeah, because Gaia still had two missing sub-functions. So I'm gonna guess that's the third game, or maybe a DLC.
I'm surprised you're staying in the base.
Maybe.
Thought you'd slink away to one of your workshops.
The capabilities of this facility are adequate for now.
Well, make yourself at home, I guess.
There are no words that do this game justice, honestly. It was amazing. From everything, the world to The music, the NPCs, the story as well. I'm happy with how they did the story. I thought they might have gone down some cliche routes, but they didn't. So I guess that concludes my Horizon Forbidden West playthrough. It's been amazing. The support I've got on this Let's Play is crazy, to be honest. I've never done Let's Play type videos before, so I was quite nervous doing them. But you guys seem to enjoy them. I know sometimes my reactions aren't me screaming and shouting, but yeah, I'm glad you've enjoyed them. And obviously a huge shout out to Gorilla for this. It's way better than I ever imagined. When I saw that this outfit looked like Val's, I nearly lost it again. But yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes.
Hey, Aloy.
From here. Hey,
I could
Alba.
use your help. I overheard officers here in Landfall talking about a patrol that's days overdue. I want to help, but when it comes to tracking down missing troops in the wilds,
I'll see.
I'd appreciate it. Talk to our weapons officer, Jomar, when you get here. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
Don't want to get lost up here.
It's never easy for Aloy. She never gets a break. But yeah, like I said earlier, I still have so much more to do. So many side missions and errands and all that good stuff left to do. On my second playthrough, I'll probably do side quests in between the story quest. I was just really curious to see where the story went, which is why I started to mainline them. But yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for coming on this journey with me. It's been amazing. Gorilla have done something very special. Very special here. It was so nice being part of all the hype building and all that good stuff before it released. But yeah, you can expect obviously loads more Forbidden West videos. The usual stuff that I used to do in Zero Dawn. Obviously now we have some new additions to those sorts of videos. And I'm excited. Thank you guys so much again for joining me as we played through Horizon Forbidden West. And I'm just excited to see where the franchise goes from here. Let me know what you guys thought about the ending in the comments, and leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe to never miss a Horizon Forbidden West video. I have a lot of exciting videos in mind that I can't wait to start working on. So yeah, it'd be great to have you here if you're new. But until the next video, take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Thank you again.